For the very latest news from Thailand, this is the fabulous Pattaya Media Group. If you could like and subscribe, well, that would be amazing. Thank you so much.
The Prime Minister has ordered fuel retailers to release what he described as their so-called reserve supplies to the public, effective immediately. The directive, published in the Royal Gazette, instructs wholesalers to comply without delay in order to ease pressure at petrol stations. The move comes as Bangchak, one of Thailand's major oil refiners and distributors, confirmed it is operating at 115% of normal capacity to meet demand. Officials say this once again highlights that supply is available, but that panic buying continues to outpace distribution to the pumps. The impact is now being felt in food markets across the country. Significant price differences are emerging between rural areas where produce is grown and urban centres where transport costs are being passed on to consumers. At the same time, producers are facing a different problem. With demand dropping in recent days, perishable goods are being left unsold, creating concern among farmers and suppliers. Everything from staple items such as rice, vegetables, meat and seafood to higher-end products has been affected, with noticeable price increases reported in city markets. Authorities on Koh Samui are expanding an investigation into forged construction permits involving at least 10 development projects. Officials say the case may involve both municipal staff and external individuals. Some reports suggest a single suspect may have falsified documents, including forging the signatures of up to 5 senior officials in exchange for payment. However, investigators believe it is unlikely that such activity could have been carried out alone, raising suspicions of a wider network. The irregularities were first identified last October, when permits presented during inspections were found not to exist in the official municipal system. The municipality is now preparing to file formal complaints as the investigation widens to include additional developments across the island. Meanwhile, the new cabinet under Prime Minister Anutin has been formally published. The list outlines proposed ministers and their deputies across all departments. Each nominee will now undergo background checks and eligibility verification before the final list is submitted for royal approval. Any necessary amendments will be made before the cabinet is formally appointed. Thailand's 2 major telecommunications providers, AIS and True Corporation, have reassured the public that internet services remain stable despite tensions in the Middle East. Both companies say they have contingency systems in place to reroute data traffic if required, ensuring uninterrupted connectivity. Officials confirmed that only a small proportion of Thailand's internet traffic typically passes through the Middle East, and alternative routes are readily available. The statement follows a weekend of rumours suggesting disruptions to internet services, which both companies have firmly denied. And in sport, a remarkable victory for Thailand. Thepchaiya has defeated 7-time world champion Ronnie O'Sullivan 10 frames to 7 in the World Open 2026 final in Yushan, China. After falling 4 frames behind early on, Thepchaiya mounted an impressive comeback, taking 5 consecutive frames to lead after the first session. He carried that momentum through to the finish, sealing the win in style with a maximum 147 break in the penultimate frame. The victory earns him his 2nd ranking title and a prize of £175,000. Even O'Sullivan was quick to acknowledge the performance, describing it as unbelievably well played. And finally, the weather. The Met Office is forecasting a partly cloudy day with the chance of rain at times. Highs will reach around 32 degrees, dropping to 26 overnight. Another warm and slightly unsettled day ahead.
Local and national news today from fabulous Pattaya Media Group. And to get a notification every time we release another bulletin or program, like and subscribe to our channel, Fabulous Pattaya Media Group, by using the link below.